Welcome to Stoic Mastery, where we bring ancient wisdom into modern life. Today we explore the timeless teachings of Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher whose insights remain incredibly relevant in navigating today's challenges. In a world filled with diverse personalities and unpredictable interactions, encountering toxic people is inevitable. Whether it's a demanding colleague, a negative family member, or an unpredictable acquaintance, these interactions can drain our energy and disturb our peace. However, the Stoics believe that our response to such encounters is within our control. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, offers profound wisdom on maintaining calm and composure amidst chaos. By applying Stoic principles, we can transform how we perceive and handle toxicity, focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. In this video, we will delve into 13 powerful Stoic strategies that empower you to handle toxic people with grace, resilience, and inner strength. These timeless techniques will help you cultivate emotional intelligence, foster empathy, and set healthy boundaries, allowing you to maintain your peace and integrity in any situation. Let's embark on this journey together and discover how to master toxic encounters like a true Stoic. Strategy 1. Practice empathy. Empathy is the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, enabling us to navigate toxic interactions with wisdom and understanding. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic thinkers, emphasized the importance of seeing beyond surface behaviors and striving to understand the deeper motivations and struggles that drive people's actions. By cultivating empathy, we can better manage our responses to toxic individuals and maintain our inner peace. When faced with a toxic person, our initial reaction is often to become defensive or retaliatory. However, the Stoics teach us to pause and reflect on the reasons behind a person's behavior. Marcus Aurelius believed that recognizing our shared humanity can transform how we perceive others. Everyone carries their burdens, insecurities, and past traumas, which often manifest in negative behaviors. Understanding this can help us respond with compassion rather than anger or frustration. Empathy doesn't mean accepting or excusing toxic behavior. Instead, it allows us to separate the person from their actions, acknowledging their inherent worth while addressing the behavior. By seeing the situation from their perspective, we can diffuse tension and respond more constructively. This approach empowers us to communicate more effectively, opening the door to potential resolutions and preventing escalation. To practice empathy effectively, begin by actively listening to the toxic individual. Pay attention to their words, tone, and body language. What emotions are they conveying? What unmet needs or fears might be driving their behavior? This mindful listening fosters a deeper connection and can reveal insights into how to address the situation more positively. Additionally, empathy requires us to reflect on our reactions. Ask yourself, why am I reacting this way? What assumptions am I making about this person? This self-reflection helps us identify biases and assumptions, enabling us to respond from a place of understanding rather than judgment. Another key aspect of practicing empathy is recognizing our limitations. While we can strive to understand and support others, we must also acknowledge that we cannot fix or change someone else. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to focus on what is within our control, our thoughts and actions, while letting go of the need to control others. Empathy in Stoicism also involves extending compassion towards ourselves. Dealing with toxic people can be emotionally draining, and it's essential to practice self-care. Setting boundaries and protecting our well-being is not only an act of self-respect, but also crucial for maintaining the energy needed to practice empathy effectively. Strategy 2. Maintain inner peace. Maintaining inner peace is a central tenet of Stoic philosophy, especially when dealing with toxic individuals. Stoics believe that true tranquility comes from within and is not dependent on external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most notable Stoic philosophers, often emphasized that the key to enduring peace is to focus on our inner state, irrespective of the chaos around us. When interacting with toxic people, it's easy to get caught up in emotional turbulence. Their negative behavior can provoke anger, frustration, or anxiety, pulling us into their storm. However, Stoicism teaches us that we have the power to choose our responses. By cultivating a sense of inner calm, we can remain steady amidst the turmoil. The first step in maintaining inner peace is to develop awareness of our thoughts and emotions. Marcus Aurelius advised reflecting on our reactions and understanding that they stem from our interpretations rather than the actions of others. This self-awareness allows us to recognize when we are being pulled into negativity and to consciously choose a more serene response. Meditation and mindfulness are powerful tools for fostering inner peace. Regular practice can help us become more grounded, making it easier to remain calm in the face of toxicity. By focusing on the present moment and observing our thoughts without judgment, we can detach from the emotional reactivity that toxic individuals often provoke. Another important aspect of maintaining inner peace is setting boundaries. Boundaries protect our emotional well-being and prevent us from absorbing negative energy. Clearly defining what behaviors are acceptable and communicating these boundaries calmly and assertively can help us preserve our tranquility. Stoicism also encourages us to adopt a broader perspective. Toxic interactions can feel overwhelming when we view them in isolation. However, Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of the bigger picture, considering the transient nature of all things. By remembering that difficult encounters are temporary, we can prevent them from disrupting our peace. Furthermore, maintaining inner peace involves letting go of the need for control over others. We cannot change or fix toxic individuals, but we can control our reactions and attitudes. Accepting this reality allows us to release frustration and focus on what truly matters, our own inner state. Lastly, self-compassion plays a vital role in sustaining inner peace. It's essential to be gentle with ourselves, acknowledging that dealing with toxic people can be challenging. By practicing self-care and nurturing our mental and emotional health, we strengthen our ability to remain peaceful in the face of adversity. Strategy 3. Set boundaries. Setting boundaries is a crucial strategy for managing toxic individuals and maintaining personal well-being. Within Stoic philosophy, boundaries serve as a protective measure, allowing us to preserve our inner peace and integrity. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic thinkers emphasized the importance of self-control and clarity in defining the limits of what we can accept from others. When dealing with toxic people, it's essential to establish clear and firm boundaries. Toxic individuals often overstep limits, knowingly or unknowingly draining our energy and challenging our emotional equilibrium. By setting boundaries, we create a buffer that helps us manage these interactions more effectively, ensuring that our values and peace remain intact. The first step in setting boundaries is recognizing our own needs and values. Reflect on what is important to you and what behaviors you find unacceptable. Understanding these core values enables you to identify when a boundary is being crossed. Marcus Aurelius urged us to know ourselves and our principles, as this self-awareness is vital for maintaining our dignity and self-respect. Once you have identified your boundaries, communicate them assertively and calmly. It is important to be clear and specific about what behaviors you will not tolerate. Use I statements to express your needs, such as, "I need time to myself," or "I feel uncomfortable when." This approach minimizes defensiveness and focuses on your feelings rather than blaming the other person. Enforcing boundaries consistently is key to their effectiveness. Toxic individuals may test your limits, but standing firm in your decisions demonstrates your commitment to self-care. Consistency helps reinforce your boundaries over time and teaches others how to treat you. Remember, setting boundaries is not about controlling others, but about protecting your well-being. It is also essential to remain flexible and adapt boundaries as needed. Situations and relationships can change, and so can your needs. Regularly assess your boundaries to ensure they align with your current circumstances and values. This flexibility reflects the Stoic principle of adaptability and resilience in the face of life's uncertainties. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect and compassion. It allows us to engage with others more authentically, without resentment or bitterness. When we respect our own boundaries, we model this behavior for others, encouraging healthier and more respectful interactions. Strategy 4. Focus on what you can control. One of the foundational principles of Stoicism is the distinction between what we can and cannot control. This principle is especially crucial when dealing with toxic individuals. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, emphasized that our peace and contentment are deeply rooted in understanding and accepting this distinction. When faced with toxic behavior, it is natural to feel frustrated or overwhelmed. Toxic individuals can provoke us with their negativity, criticism, or manipulative tactics. However, Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control how others behave, we can control how we respond to them. This understanding empowers us to maintain our inner calm and make rational decisions. To focus on what you can control, start by identifying the elements of a situation that are within your influence. These include your thoughts, emotions, actions, and reactions. By concentrating on these aspects, you can navigate interactions with toxic people more effectively. For example, you can choose to remain calm, communicate assertively, and set boundaries that protect your well-being. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of directing our energy towards our own actions and attitudes. By doing so, we can avoid getting entangled in the emotional turmoil that toxic individuals often create. Instead of trying to change or fix them, focus on how you can respond with integrity and clarity. Practicing mindfulness and self-reflection can help you stay grounded in what you can control. Regular meditation or journaling allows you to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, giving you the space to choose your responses deliberately. This practice aligns with the Stoic ideal of cultivating an inner fortress of calm and reason, impervious to external chaos. Another important aspect of focusing on what you can control is accepting what you cannot. Acceptance is not about resignation, but about acknowledging reality. Recognize that you cannot change other people's behavior or force them to meet your expectations. This acceptance frees you from the burden of trying to control the uncontrollable and helps you conserve your energy for more productive pursuits. Moreover, by focusing on what you can control, you model a positive example for others. Your calm and composed demeanor can influence those around you, potentially inspiring them to adopt similar attitudes. Even if toxic individuals do not change, you have the power to create an environment of peace and resilience for yourself. I hope you are enjoying this video. Please like and subscribe for more Stoic content. Strategy 5. Practice detachment. Practicing detachment is a powerful Stoic strategy for managing interactions with toxic individuals. Detachment, in the Stoic sense, does not mean apathy or indifference, but rather cultivating a healthy emotional distance that allows you to remain objective and clear-headed in challenging situations. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers taught that true freedom comes from releasing our attachment to external outcomes and focusing on maintaining our inner equilibrium. When dealing with toxic people, emotions can run high, leading to stress, anger, or frustration. Detachment helps us step back from these emotional responses and view the situation with a calm and rational mindset. This ability to separate ourselves from the emotional turmoil allows us to respond to toxicity with greater clarity and poise. To practice detachment effectively, start by observing your emotional responses without immediately reacting. When you notice feelings of anger or resentment arising in response to someone's behavior, take a moment to pause and breathe deeply. This simple act of mindfulness can create space between the stimulus and your response, giving you time to assess the situation from a more objective standpoint. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to receive without pride and let go without attachment. This Stoic mantra can be applied when dealing with toxic people by reminding yourself that their behavior is not a reflection of your worth or value. Detachment involves recognizing that you are not defined by others' opinions or actions, and that your self-worth remains intact regardless of external circumstances. Another key aspect of practicing detachment is focusing on your own values and principles. By aligning your actions with your core beliefs, you can navigate toxic interactions with integrity and self-respect. This alignment provides a solid foundation that keeps you grounded even when others try to undermine or provoke you. Detachment also involves letting go of the need for validation or approval from toxic individuals. Recognize that seeking approval from those who do not have your best interests at heart can lead to disappointment and frustration. Instead, find validation within yourself and through supportive relationships that uplift and empower you. Furthermore, practicing detachment does not mean disengaging from relationships entirely. Instead, it allows you to engage with others more authentically, without being swayed by emotional manipulation or negativity. This balanced approach fosters healthier interactions and protects your emotional well-being. Strategy 6. Cultivate patience. Cultivating patience is an essential Stoic strategy for effectively dealing with toxic people. Patience allows us to navigate challenging interactions with composure, understanding, and resilience. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers emphasized patience as a virtue that helps us endure life's difficulties without being overwhelmed by negative emotions. When faced with toxic individuals, it's natural to feel impatient or frustrated. Their behaviors, be it constant negativity, manipulation, or hostility, can test our limits. However, Stoicism teaches us that patience is a powerful tool that enables us to maintain control over our reactions, helping us respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. To cultivate patience, start by recognizing that everyone is on their own journey and has their own struggles. toxic behavior often stems from unresolved issues, insecurities, or a lack of awareness. By understanding that people are not perfect and are shaped by their circumstances, we can approach them with greater empathy and patience. Practicing mindfulness can help foster patience by allowing us to remain present and fully engaged in the moment. When you find yourself in a tense situation with a toxic person, take a deep breath and ground yourself in the present. This practice can prevent you from reacting hastily and gives you the space to choose a more patient response. Additionally, remind yourself that patience is not passive endurance, but an active state of composure and clarity. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the transient nature of life, understanding that all difficulties are temporary. This perspective can help you remain patient, knowing that toxic interactions, like everything else, will eventually pass. Patience also involves setting realistic expectations. Accept that change takes time, and that toxic individuals may not immediately alter their behavior. By tempering your expectation, you reduce frustration and cultivate a more patient outlook. Remember, patience is about giving yourself and others the grace to grow and learn. Furthermore, developing patience requires self-compassion. Acknowledge that dealing with toxic people is challenging and allow yourself the time and space to process your emotions. By being kind to yourself, you can build the emotional resilience needed to remain patient in difficult situations. Lastly, use patience as an opportunity to practice forgiveness. Holding on to grudges or resentment only perpetuates negativity. Instead, choose to forgive, not necessarily for the other person's sake, but for your own peace of mind. Forgiveness is a powerful act of patience that liberates you from the burden of past grievances. Strategy 7. Embrace silence. Embracing silence is a powerful Stoic strategy for dealing with toxic individuals. In the face of negativity, silence can be an effective tool for maintaining your inner peace and demonstrating self-control. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, recognized the value of silence in both communication and introspection, emphasizing its role in helping us navigate difficult interactions with wisdom and poise. When confronted by toxic behavior, the impulse to react verbally can be strong. However, responding hastily often escalates the situation, leading to misunderstandings and conflict. By choosing silence, you give yourself the opportunity to assess the situation calmly and avoid getting drawn into unnecessary drama. Silence can be a shield, protecting you from the emotional turbulence that toxic people often create. Silence also allows you to listen more deeply. By refraining from immediate response, you can focus on truly hearing what the other person is saying, beyond their words. This attentive listening can reveal the underlying motivations or emotions driving their behavior, providing insights into how best to address the situation. In this way, silence is not passive, but a deliberate and thoughtful approach to communication. Furthermore, embracing silence gives you the space to reflect on your own thoughts and feelings. It allows you to pause and consider your response carefully, ensuring that it aligns with your values and intentions. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of aligning our actions with our principles, and silence offers the time needed to make conscious, value-driven decisions. In addition, silence can be a form of nonverbal communication that conveys strength and confidence. When faced with toxic individuals who thrive on provoking reactions, your calm and composed silence can signal that you are not easily swayed by their attempts to unsettle you. This display of inner strength can shift the power dynamic, reducing their influence over you. It is important to note that embracing silence does not mean avoiding necessary confrontation or failing to set boundaries. Instead, it means choosing when and how to speak thoughtfully and strategically. Silence can be interspersed with moments of clear, assertive communication, where you express your needs and boundaries without unnecessary conflict. Lastly, use silence as an opportunity for self-reflection and personal growth. In the quiet, you can explore your reactions, understand your triggers, and cultivate greater emotional resilience. This reflective practice aligns with the Stoic ideal of continuous self-improvement and mastery over one's mind. Strategy 8. Reflect on mortality. Reflecting on mortality, or memento mori, is a profound Stoic practice that encourages us to remember the transient nature of life. This reflection can be a powerful tool for dealing with toxic people, helping us gain perspective and prioritize what truly matters. By acknowledging the impermanence of life, we can approach challenging interactions with greater clarity, compassion, and a sense of urgency to focus on what enriches our existence. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, often meditated on the inevitability of death to foster a deeper appreciation for life and to cultivate resilience in the face of adversity. When confronted by toxic behavior, reflecting on mortality reminds us that our time is limited and precious. This perspective encourages us to avoid getting entangled in negativity and to instead focus on nurturing positive, meaningful relationships. When you encounter toxic individuals, ask yourself, is this situation worth my limited time and energy? This question can help you assess the significance of the interaction and decide how much emotional investment it warrants. By prioritizing your well-being and peace of mind, you can make choices that align with your values and long-term goals. Reflecting on mortality also fosters empathy and compassion towards others, including those who display toxic behavior. Recognizing that everyone is on a finite journey can encourage us to approach them with understanding and patience, rather than judgment. This empathetic perspective can help de-escalate conflicts and create opportunities for more constructive communication. Moreover, memento mori encourages us to let go of grudges and resentment. Holding on to negative emotions can consume our thoughts and drain our energy. By acknowledging the brevity of life, we are reminded that forgiveness and acceptance can free us from the burden of past grievances, allowing us to move forward with a lighter heart. Additionally, reflecting on mortality can inspire us to cultivate gratitude for the positive aspects of our lives. When we focus on what we appreciate and cherish, we become more resilient in the face of adversity. This gratitude can serve as a buffer against the negativity that toxic individuals may bring into our lives, reinforcing our emotional strength. In practical terms, incorporating memento mori into your daily routine can be as simple as spending a few moments each day contemplating your priorities and the fleeting nature of time. This reflection can guide you in making intentional choices that enhance your well-being and foster personal growth. Strategy 9. Seek wisdom. Seeking wisdom is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy and an invaluable strategy for handling toxic people. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, emphasized the importance of continuous learning and self-improvement. By seeking wisdom, we can cultivate the knowledge, perspective, and inner strength needed to navigate challenging interactions with grace and understanding. Wisdom provides us with the tools to analyze situations objectively and respond thoughtfully. When faced with toxic individuals, our emotional reactions can cloud our judgment. However, wisdom allows us to step back, evaluate the situation from a broader perspective, and choose responses that align with our values and long-term goals. To seek wisdom, engage in regular self-reflection and introspection. Reflect on your experiences and identify patterns in your interactions with toxic people. Consider what triggers your emotional responses and explore ways to address these triggers constructively. This reflective practice helps you understand your reactions better and equips you with the insights needed to manage future encounters more effectively. Reading and studying Stoic texts can also enhance your wisdom. Works by Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus offer timeless guidance on maintaining composure and resilience in the face of adversity. By immersing yourself in these teachings, you can internalize Stoic principles and apply them to your interactions with toxic individuals. Additionally, seek wisdom from mentors, peers, and supportive communities. Engaging with others who share your values and perspectives can provide valuable insights and encouragement. Discussing your challenges with trusted individuals can offer new perspectives and strategies for handling difficult situations. This exchange of ideas fosters personal growth and reinforces your commitment to Stoic principles. Wisdom also involves developing emotional intelligence. Understanding your emotions and the emotions of others can help you navigate interactions with toxic people more effectively. Practice active listening and empathy to better understand the motivations and perspectives of those around you. This emotional awareness allows you to respond with compassion and composure, reducing the potential for conflict. Moreover, seeking wisdom encourages humility and openness to learning. Acknowledge that you do not have all the answers and be willing to adapt your approaches as you gain new insights. This humility fosters a growth mindset, enabling you to continually refine your strategies for dealing with toxic individuals. In practical terms, set aside time each day for learning and reflection. Whether through reading, meditation, or engaging in meaningful conversations, commit to expanding your understanding and deepening your wisdom. Strategy 10. Practice forgiveness. Practicing forgiveness is a vital Stoic strategy for dealing with toxic individuals. Forgiveness is not just about letting go of grudges. It is a deliberate act of freeing yourself from the burden of resentment and anger. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, emphasized forgiveness as a path to inner peace and emotional liberation, allowing us to focus on what truly matters in life. Toxic people can leave a trail of hurt and negativity, causing us to harbor feelings of bitterness. However, holding on to these negative emotions can harm our well-being more than the initial offense. Forgiveness is about acknowledging the pain, accepting it, and then consciously choosing to release it. This process allows us to regain control over our emotional state and prevents toxic individuals from having ongoing power over our lives. The first step in practicing forgiveness is understanding that everyone is fallible. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that people make mistakes due to ignorance or a lack of self-awareness. Recognizing this human imperfection can foster compassion and make it easier to forgive. By seeing toxic behavior as a manifestation of the other person's struggles, we can shift our perspective and reduce the emotional charge of the situation. Forgiveness does not mean condoning harmful behavior or allowing toxic people to continue affecting our lives. It is about setting ourselves free from the cycle of negativity. Establishing clear boundaries and communicating them assertively is essential to ensure that forgiveness does not lead to repeated offenses. In doing so, you protect your peace while practicing compassion. Another important aspect of forgiveness is self-forgiveness. Often we hold on to guilt or regret over how we have handled interactions with toxic people. Forgiving ourselves for past mistakes allows us to learn from them and move forward with a renewed sense of purpose. This self-compassion is crucial for personal growth and healing. Additionally, practicing forgiveness can transform toxic relationships. When we approach others with a forgiving heart, we create space for healing and understanding. While not every relationship will improve, forgiveness can open the door to more authentic and constructive interactions. To cultivate forgiveness, consider incorporating practices such as meditation and journaling into your daily routine. These practices can help you process emotions and release resentment, fostering a mindset of forgiveness and acceptance. Strategy 11. Surround yourself with virtuous people. Surrounding yourself with virtuous people is a key Stoic strategy for effectively handling toxic individuals. The company we keep significantly influences our thoughts, behaviors, and overall well-being. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers emphasize the importance of cultivating relationships with individuals who embody virtues such as wisdom, integrity, and kindness. By aligning ourselves with virtuous people, we create a supportive environment that bolsters our resilience against negativity. Toxic people can have a draining effect on our emotional and mental health. They can sow discord, breed negativity, and challenge our patience. However, by surrounding ourselves with virtuous individuals, we can counterbalance this negativity with positive energy and encouragement. Virtuous people inspire us to grow, reflect on our actions, and strive to become better versions of ourselves. To find virtuous companions, seek out those who share similar values and aspirations. Look for individuals who demonstrate qualities you admire and who challenge you to think critically and act with integrity. These relationships serve as a source of strength and motivation, reminding us of the importance of virtue and helping us stay aligned with our principles. Engaging with virtuous people provides us with a valuable opportunity to learn and grow. Through meaningful conversations and shared experiences, we gain insights and perspectives that can enhance our understanding and resilience. These interactions can help us navigate difficult situations with toxic individuals more effectively by offering alternative approaches and solutions. Furthermore, being part of a community of virtuous people fosters accountability. When we are surrounded by individuals who embody Stoic virtues, we are more likely to hold ourselves to higher standards and strive to emulate their positive behaviors. This accountability reinforces our commitment to personal growth and development. It is important to recognize that while we cannot always avoid toxic people, we can choose the extent to which they influence our lives. By consciously prioritizing relationships with virtuous individuals, we create a buffer against negativity and cultivate an environment conducive to personal and emotional well-being. In addition to seeking out virtuous companions, it is equally important to be a virtuous influence in the lives of others. Strive to embody Stoic principles in your interactions, offering support, kindness, and understanding. By doing so, you contribute to a network of positive relationships that uplift and empower everyone involved. Strategy 12. Meditate on virtue. Meditating on virtue is a profound Stoic strategy for dealing with toxic people allowing us to anchor ourselves in principles that guide our thoughts and actions. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, placed great importance on the cultivation of virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By focusing on these virtues through meditation, we can strengthen our ability to navigate toxic interactions with clarity, integrity, and resilience. Meditating on virtue involves reflecting deeply on the qualities we wish to embody in our daily lives. This practice helps us align our actions with our values, providing a moral compass that steers us through challenging situations. When confronted by toxic individuals, having a strong foundation in virtue allows us to respond with composure and purpose rather than reacting impulsively or emotionally. To begin meditating on virtue, set aside time each day for quiet reflection. Find a peaceful space where you can sit comfortably and focus your mind. Choose a specific virtue to contemplate, such as patience or empathy. Consider what this virtue means to you and how you can integrate it into your interactions with others, especially when dealing with difficult people. During your meditation, visualize scenarios where you might encounter toxic behavior. Imagine yourself responding with the chosen virtue, demonstrating patience in the face of hostility or empathy in response to negativity. This mental rehearsal strengthens your resolve and prepares you to handle real-life situations with grace and confidence. Meditating on virtue also encourages self-awareness and introspection. As you reflect on your actions and responses, consider areas where you can improve and embody these virtues more fully. This ongoing process of self-examination aligns with the Stoic commitment to personal growth and self-mastery. In addition to individual meditation, consider discussing virtues with a trusted friend or mentor. Engaging in conversations about virtue can provide new and insights, enriching your understanding and application of these principles. This collaborative approach reinforces your commitment to living virtuously and can offer valuable support when navigating toxic interactions. Moreover, meditating on virtue fosters resilience by reminding us of our higher purpose. In the face of negativity, recalling the virtues we strive to embody can inspire us to rise above the fray and act with dignity and compassion. This focus on virtue elevates our interactions, transforming potential conflicts into opportunities for growth and understanding. Strategy 13. Let go of ego. Letting go of ego is a fundamental Stoic strategy for effectively managing interactions with toxic people. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, emphasize the importance of humility and self-awareness in cultivating a life of virtue and inner peace. By releasing the hold of ego, we can approach toxic issues with a clearer perspective and respond with wisdom and restraint. Ego often drives us to react defensively or competitively when faced with toxic behavior. It can lead us to take things personally, escalate conflicts, or seek validation through confrontation. However, Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies in overcoming the impulses of ego and focusing on what truly matters: our values, principles, and inner well-being. To let go of ego, start by recognizing its influence on your thoughts and actions. Pay attention to moments when your ego feels threatened or when you feel the urge to prove yourself to others. These are opportunities to practice humility and remind yourself that your worth is not determined by external validation or the opinions of toxic individuals. One way to diminish the power of ego is to cultivate empathy and compassion. When dealing with toxic people, try to understand their perspective and motivations. Recognize that their behavior may stem from their insecurities, fears, or past experiences. By seeing them as individuals with their struggles, you can detach from the need to defend your ego and instead respond with understanding and patience. Additionally, practice self-reflection and self-awareness. Regularly examine your motivations and actions to ensure they align with your values and not with the desires of the ego. This introspection can help you identify areas where ego may be influencing your behavior and guide you toward more virtuous responses. Stoicism also encourages us to focus on the bigger picture and prioritize long-term goals over immediate gratification. Letting go of ego allows us to remain calm and composed in the face of toxicity, enabling us to pursue meaningful relationships and personal growth without getting sidetracked by unnecessary conflicts. Moreover, letting go of ego fosters a sense of inner peace and resilience. By not allowing toxic people to dictate our emotional responses, we gain greater control over our lives and maintain our sense of purpose and integrity. This detachment empowers us to handle difficult interactions with grace and composure, embodying the Stoic ideal of equanimity. In this journey through Stoic strategies for handling toxic people, We've explored timeless wisdom that empowers us to navigate challenging interactions with grace and resilience. By embracing the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers, we can transform our approach to dealing with negativity and toxicity in our lives. These strategies, ranging from practicing empathy and maintaining inner peace to letting go of ego and being on virtue, equip us with the tools to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. They encourage us to focus on what we can control, cultivate patience, and set healthy boundaries that protect our emotional well-being. By surrounding ourselves with virtuous people and seeking wisdom, we strengthen our resilience and find support in positive relationships. Embracing silence, reflecting on mortality, and practicing forgiveness allow us to rise above negativity and remain anchored in our principles. Ultimately, these Stoic strategies guide us toward a life of virtue and integrity. They remind us that true strength lies in mastering our reactions and prioritizing inner peace over external conflicts. By integrating these principles into our daily lives, we can cultivate a sense of tranquility and purpose, even in the face of adversity, embodying the wisdom of Stoicism in every interaction. I will see you in the next video.